Hello everyone, Chef Michael Kelly with Marra Forni here with you again, showing today a Maryland unique item, being that we are a Maryland-based manufacturer. So we're going to make a very simple recipe for a crab cake. When you think of Maryland, you immediately think of crab boils, crab cakes, fresh crabs. So what we're going to do today is we're going to take our ingredients where we have a nice lump crab meat, we have our fine ground breadcrumbs, we have our spice blend, we have our mayonnaise, we have our fresh egg, we have our Worcestershire sauce. So what we're going to do is we're going to take our crabs, we're going to mix in our breadcrumbs, mix in our spice blend, mix in our mayonnaise as a binding agent, and then our last binding agent is going to be a fresh egg. And then we're going to do just a few dashes of sauce just for a little bit of that bitter flavor that you want to get to counteract some of the heat that's in your spice blend, as well as the saltiness of the crabs. So I'm going to give it a nice little mix. Again, the beautiful thing about one of these kind of recipes is this is something that you can traditionally make it to order, but you can also make batches of it ahead of time so that you can portion it out and have it ready inside of your walk-in or your reach-in refrigeration until service time. So we want to make sure that we don't overmix the mixture, because what will happen is that nice lump crab meat that you want to see as a final product is going to start to break down the more you handle it, and you're going to end up with a real fine looking crab cake instead of that nice chunk lump style that everyone's used to. So now we're going to, just by hand, kind of pack these in. You don't want to put too much pressure, but you want to put enough that you're going to have a nice firm bind that's going to activate that mayonnaise and that egg and the breadcrumbs into your binding agent when it cooks. All right, so very simple. We have our crab cakes ready to go into the oven. So now we are going to take them over to our preheated oven. All right, so now that we're ready to go in the oven, we're going to take our preheated cast iron pan that's been in the oven for a few minutes. We'll have a nice little base of olive oil down. Then we're going to take our fresh crab cakes, and you're going to hear, because of that preheated, as soon as they hit that platter, they're going to start to sizzle and caramelize and brown. And we're going to put it right back into the oven, into our rotator. We're going to let it go around. We got it set at 750 degrees at a 90-second rotation. So we're going to let them go around on the one rotation and check them when they come back around and kind of see what the bottom looks like. Give them a nice flip so they continue to cook and brown all the way around, giving you a beautiful presentation. All right, so now you can see here we have our nice crab cakes browned up after 4 rotations, so it's a 90 seconds, so 360 seconds, so 6 minutes total in the oven. So from forming, pattying to the oven, 6 minutes, you have a nice, beautiful, unique crab cake that's perfectly browned on both sides, cooked all the way through. And again, it's something you can do ahead of time and have them portioned out when you get an order, throw it into your oven. So now we're gonna go ahead and get our plate ready. So we're gonna take a little porcini mushroom risotto. We're gonna portion this out on the plate. And again, a risotto is such a lovely thing to put with crab cakes because you get that creamy texture of the risotto along with the lump of the crab cake. And it comes together very well. Then we're going to take, again in our Marra Forni oven, so we have a little fresh, thick cut bacon, Brussels sprouts, garlic, red pepper, and red onion. We're going to do that right on top of our risotto. Again, it's going to give a unique flavor profile to that already existing profile in your risotto. And when you pair it with the crab cakes, you end up with a very unique dish. We're going to finish this off over the top with a little reduced balsamic drizzle. Again, that bitterness in the balsamic is going to pair very well with the sweetness that comes naturally in the Brussels sprouts, along with the risotto. So now we're going to take our crab cakes. We're going to portion these right perfectly on the plate. We're going to finish with a little sriracha aioli over the top. Again, for that heat that's going to go along with a lot of the sweetness that's on the dish already. Then we're going to finish with little fresh herbs on top. and voila. All right, so now you can see our completed plate. So what we're gonna do here is we're gonna show you the nice texture of this crab cake when you break it open. So you get this nice lump texture that's still kind of firm from the binding agents we used, but you can see your lovely lump crab meat. And again, unique dish, courtesy of Marra Forni.